Hi, my name is Shanti, and I'm here to talk to you today about my job search and application process. So, my goal is to be a high school counselor, and in order for me to become a counselor, I need one, my master's degree, but two, I'm going to need the experience along with that master's degree in the population that I desire to work with, which is high school students. So, I'm searching for a job in a high school. And I got online and I looked at the surrounding school districts in my area, which was Federal Way, Renton, Kent, Seattle, and Tacoma school districts, looking for a paraeducating position. A paraeducator is basically like a teacher's assistant. You don't need a certificate, but you do need to have at least 90 credits of college, or you need to pass a parapro assessment of a 461 or better. Now, I took the test, the Parapro exam, and I placed over a 461, and I do have over 90 credits. So, I qualify that way. You might think that I'm actually overqualified because now I'm going to have my BA. But I think that the experience that I'll gain from being a paraeducator will surpass the difference of finding a job that requires a BA. Because if my goal is to be a high school counselor, what better way to work with the population that I want to eventually serve? So as a high school paraeducator, I'll be working with the students and the population that I want to work with. So basically, my goal is to work as a paraeducator while I'm working on my master's degree. That way, when I graduate with my master's, I'll have at least 2 or 3 years of experience working with the population I want to get a job with. I'll also be in a school district, so hopefully they'll have something open up, and then I'll be an internal candidate, which will even better my chances of obtaining that position. So Kent School District has 4 positions that I applied for. It's all the same position, it's just at different schools. It's for their in-house school suspension program. So what that is that I would be in the timeout room or the suspension room, and the students who disrupted the class or the hallway with unruly behaviors and whatnot would be sent into this room. And so they would be sent with assignments, so I would have to facilitate them doing their work. I would also develop a personal behavior plan with them to make sure this didn't happen again and they weren't spending so much time in the suspension classroom. I think this would be the ideal position for me because I'm working with kids who would eventually possibly need to see the high school counselor. So I think this is a perfect fit. So I got online at the Kent website and created a username and password. I did the normal, typical application process, which was filling out my name and information, personal data, and filling out my work history, checking off that I had the qualifying education as well as the CPR certification that they look for. And then I had to submit 2 confidential references and 2 confidential letters of recommendation. Now that's a little tricky for me because, you have to find the right person to write the right letter so you have a chance at the position. So I searched high and low and I found 4 people who I felt could give a complete picture of the type of person I was and how good I am with kids. I do have prior experience working with kids, at-risk youth. I worked for a year at an inpatient adolescent facility working with kids who were abusing drugs and alcohol. So I feel like this is a great position. I have some background experience working with troubled youth, with at-risk youth. So I just feel like this is like the perfect fit for me. So I submitted my applications to all 4 of the schools, and I'm just waiting back to hear from someone. So the interviewing process is they select the candidate, they come in, it's like a panel of 3 to 5 individuals where they all ask you different questions. If you make it past that section, then you go on for a second interview. So everybody wish me luck. That's my plan. That's my goal. And I'm working on it. Thanks.